the flop comes down 5-9 queen. Excuse me. So obviously we can now see that we have a flush draw. We also do have an overcard as well. We have an overcard to the board and an undercard which may be live against a hand like pocket sevens or pocket tens, etc. But for now, we're just going to be focusing on our flush draw, just to keep things nice and simple, but I did just want to point that out to you. Okay, so our villain bets 1 into 4. Obviously, this isn't very good play, but I'm just trying to go through the motions with you. So now what we have to think about is how big the pot is. Okay, so he's bet 1 into 4, so the total size of the pot is obviously $5. Okay, so it's a $5 pot, and it costs us 1 to call. So we're getting immediate odds of 5 to 1. Now, you'll remember that from our table and from the lesson that I gave you earlier, to hit a flush draw, we're 4 to 1 against. But in this case, we're getting compensated 5 to 1. We're getting compensated 5 to 1 on our money. So it's a clearly profitable call. Okay. Now, in the real world, the chance of your villain betting 1 into 4, although it's not impossible, it's probably not that likely. But again, as I was saying, we just want to go through the basics for now. And I am going to get talking about how to play draws a little bit trickier in later videos, so just to point that out. Okay, so we're getting 5 to 1 on our money. We need 4 to 1, so clearly we make the call. Okay. Then the pot is now 6, and the turn comes a 10. Now this is a really interesting card for us because not only is our flush draw still live, we also have another draw now because we have Queen, Jack, 10, 9. So if we catch an 8, or if we catch a king, if we catch a king, we'll have the nut straight because we'll have Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10. And if we catch an 8, we'll also have a very strong hand, which will be the Queen High straight. So now we have some more outs to add to our flush draw outs. So before we had 9 outs, but now you can see that we still have our 9 outs, but now we also have 8 outs for our open-ended straight draw, because we can hit one of 4 8s or one of 4 kings. But be careful, because one of the 8s is a club and one of the kings is a club as well. So we'll be double counting if we count them both. So we have to discount those, what's called discount those outs, because we don't want to count them twice. Okay, so you have to minus 2 from those 8s, because from that 8, because obviously one of the straight outs is also a flush out. One of the 8s is also a flush out, and one of the kings is also a flush out. So what we have is 15 outs.